هيا على الفلاح هيا على
My name is Dr. Nazim Abrams. I'm originally from Johannesburg. The initial process for this whole establishment started with my own recovery almost 16 years ago, when initially I went into a rehab center, and the rehab center that has worked for me and that I went into is the same, very similar establishment called the Therapeutic Community, TC for short, where I spent a full 2.5 years inpatient treatment program. During that process, I started studying. I completed my matric online and correspondence. I then went into varsity and started studying via online and correspondence there as well, and then did an internship within the institute where I was actually rehabilitating. Where eventually, a few years later, I actually worked and spent another 1.5 years within that establishment.
هيا على الفلاح هيا على الفلاح
I studied via correspondence. I completed my degree as a social auxiliary worker, or diploma as a social auxiliary worker, and then went further on into doing psychology. Studying psychology, I did Psych 1, 2 and 3. My specific interest was to go into homeopathology, simply because of the situation being in the rehabilitation center and dealing with chemicals. And it was in my experience and my belief that the best way forward was to deal with the situation from a natural aspect. Hence my interest and my reason for pursuing my degree in homeopathology as a homeopath, and became a doctor as a natural medical practitioner.
I'm Zubaida. I work at the Lighthouse on the Horizen. I'm the house manager. I help assist with the day-to-day running of the place. I assist with program sessions, counseling sessions. I help make sure that everything falls into place when the director's not here. So there's 4 stages in the program. We've got your detox, we have your rehabilitation, we have your integration, and then we've got your aftercare. So your detox basically consists of us trying to get you chemically balanced, restoring all the vitamins and minerals that was lost throughout your addiction days and stuff like that. We then try to take all the toxins out of the body and, like I said, try to get the patient chemically balanced. With your rehabilitation phase, we then teach the patients then how to deal with certain issues, coping skills. We teach them, relapse prevention, triangle of growth, who they are, how to take their 2 steps back with certain situations, and how to deal with life on a day-to-day basis on the outside world. The rehabilitation phase also consists of where patients get to speak to the social worker, they have one-on-ones with the social worker, they have sharing sessions, whereas no one can relate better to them than the addict themselves. So we have different addicts, but they all can relate to each other. So they get sharing sessions, we have group sessions, we've got one-on-one sessions with the social worker, then jumps in, the director jumps in, we try and help them with certain things. So the rehabilitation phase is actually quite compact. We try and deal with situations here and at home. We try and deal with the addictive problem. We try and deal with family problems. We try and tackle everything one time while they're in that rehabilitation stage, so that they're in a safe environment, it's in a controlled environment, and we can teach them then how to deal with things in a better way.
My name is Shahir Kesam. I'm 21 years old. My first encounter with drugs was basically myself and a couple of friends going fishing in, I think I was about in grade 7, I think there was cocaine still at that point. Every drug addict will always say that drugs is always the best thing. It always makes you feel great. But as soon as that drug comes out of your system, the entire world puts all their problems on your shoulders, and you just feel down and you can't cope with anything. And that's why we use our substances as a scapegoat from reality. Previously, I finished my matric last year. I wrote my grade 11 at the center and I passed. and I went to matric, and from there onwards, last year I got admitted into Rosebank College, and this year I was studying my human resource management, and yeah, I'm a recovering drug addict now.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.